Alright, what's up, Sims? The Worst Duelist here with Alejandro Cruz. Today I have some gameplay. We are running METALFOEs versus the Shaddoll Invoked deck that I featured on the channel. He went ahead and won the die roll because he is godly. We already shuffled up and did all that, so he'll actually be taking first, of course, because why wouldn't he? In this build of the METALFOE deck that I have in the video, I'm playing no hand traps, so it's just not going to go good for me. I believe that both of the hands that I have in this match are fucking terrible, but we ran it anyways. Can't always cherry pick the footage where we get the dub. So we got the standard stuff: Meltdown, Alistair, Artemis, Invo, into Mekaba. Just usual invoked things. Hashtag just invoked things, and it's actually a Mekaba set one pass. So maybe if my hand was a little better, I might have been able to play through this. I do try to make a play, but his card advantage is just a fair bit absurd, and we're trying our darndest to bait out this Mekaba at first. So my opening play here is going to be Painful Decision. We're going to go ahead and send a a Steal-In, and then we're going to add a Steal-In from the deck, so we can get that high scale online. This is actually my first time remote dueling. It was a lot of fun. We go for the normal summon Bunny Rabbit so that we can really try to force out this Mekaba here because, we need another card in our hand to resolve, but that's an Ash actually that he sends down, so that's rather unfortunate. So we get a big think here. We go Barrage. I think it's Barrage, yeah. So I think this is the Mekaba negate here. Yeah, I can't let the Barrage resolve. So this is where I kind of try to really do something here so that I don't just get absolutely cucked. But we scale the Gold Driver here. Then we scale the Steal-In, and then we use Steal-In effect, pop the Gold Driver, and then we go ahead and find ourselves a combo. Yeah, we find a combo, and then we set that not in the column that his set card is in because we don't know if he is on impermanence or not. So it's going to be a double set pass. It's pretty unfortunate. We're kind of under the notion that he probably just can't kill us, so we're kind of banking on that, really. So of course he normal summons the Alistair because that's what this engine does. Kind of just thinking out what he's gonna do here. I believe it's actually he goes for Invocation and tries to go for Fire, but realizes he's not playing Purgatrio. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. Yeah, so he invos, playing around my own potential impermanences, which I definitely would not play in my Pendulum deck. But yeah, so that's him checking for Purgatrio, and he's like, ah, shit, I don't have it. So he goes for the Raijin instead. Just kind of pushing for damage here, triggering his Wendy, and he finds a Beast, I believe. Yeah, he finds a Beast, and he sets that face down so that he can have just even more stuff going into the next turn, so that he can ensure game, if anything. So we see the Invo go back in the deck and the Alistair go back to hand, and we punt for 2k, punch for 25, take the 45 all day. Seems pretty good on his end of things. So we have to play through an unknown back row, a Book, a Mekaba, and an Alistair in hand. But now that I'm kind of a little more set up and I got to live to see another day, I can really try to do something here. I do actually make a pretty fatal misplay, which is rather unfortunate, but we have the second Painful here, sending the Silvered, adding the Silvered. This was part of what led to my hand being somewhat bricky. I mean, I had Rabbit and I had Barrage, which, don't get me wrong, is insane, but the rest of my hand couldn't really help me push past anything that he had going on. So we flip a combo, and I think the other set card's a combo as well. I'm just quickly explaining to him what combo actually does on the field, and then, of course, the other effect to send, checking cards in hand. We're being very casual about this, for the record. This wasn't like a tournament or anything. We're just, casually playing remote duels, so we're not really too worried about sharking about hand being on the table or whatever. We're the boys, so it's whatever. So we go pop, we go add the Gold Driver, kind of stacking up the extra deck a little bit here, and then we're gonna scale the Silvered, I think. We go ahead and scale the Silvered, and I think it's actually just Pendulum Summon from here, or maybe it's normal summon first. I don't remember if I hold the normal summon, but I do end up flipping that pair of METALFOE fusion at some point. Kind of just thinking, because we have potential 4 interactions to play through. Yeah, so it goes for Pendulum Summon. That's what we end up doing here. And then we go ahead and link into our Cross Sheep, I think. Yeah, we'll go with the Cross Sheep because we're trying to do something here. Pair of METALFOE fusion. This was my fatal flaw here. I was supposed to flip the other combination that I have face down so that I could go into the Mithrilium and then get the Gold Driver that I sent to grave one of the guys I sent to grave really off decision back. So we go for Mithrilium, and I think I realize it right as I flip this combo to try to continue my my plays going here. So he Raijins, he books the Mithrilium, and I do get my Gold Driver back because the Mithrilium was fusion summoned. And yeah, I'm going, fuck me, I'm trash. Yeah, it's unfortunate because I could have got just a little bit more extension there, but we ended up just popping it with the unused scale, and I think we set regular fusion here so that we can try to go for like an Algaheist play. I think I do end up outing his board, but I can't kill him, and he just has so much recursion that it doesn't really matter too much. So here comes a normal summon of the Gold Driver. Just reading the Mithrilium real quick, just double checking if it's just sent to graveyard, which it is. So we go METALFOE fusion with the Gold Driver and the Mithrilium for the Algaheist, which will then go ahead and let me get back the guy here. I think he's just thinking on it, trying to trigger the Mithrilium at least. He's just asking targets, I think is what's going on here. Yeah, he's just trying to see what we have available to us. And here it goes, flip the called by, put him in the dirt. So yeah, his back row was definitely real. So we just go fusion here, try to net a card. I think I draw into a Bismagir off of this, which is pretty much useless, honestly. So then it goes into Unicorn. And I can't use the Mechaba, or not the Mechaba, I can't use the Algaheist because of the Mechaba, so I just link it off right into the access code talker. And here's where I'm thinking maybe if I got the combo back, I could have done something a little differently. Who knows though, because I wouldn't have been able to out his beast in the way that I do. So we just go pop, and then we go pop the beast so that he doesn't get the flip for draw 2. He gets to draw 1 though, and then I just punch over the Raijin. But it's pretty much a wrap because I'm ending on access code here, and he just has, you know, a full grip of cards going into this next turn. He's going to have 4 cards to start his turn, Meltdown on board, pretty broken, and then Alistair's going to net him the Invo. So it's just pretty much a wrap. I believe he just goes for like an Agoides play here, and it's just all over. So Alistair into the Invocation, just your usual every turn. He just comes back. It's a pain in the ass. So yep, Alistair, and we fuse off the Mechaba, and we go for the Agoides. Oh no, he actually takes my Mithrilium. That's what he does, because he's a big brain duelist. So Agoides is just game. So yeah, that's game 1. We'll pack it up here, and we'll go to game 2. Alright, so here we are in game 2. We're just getting a quick cut going here and drawing up. So I'm going to start, of course, because I want to go first, being a combo deck. And my hand really just is not much better. I believe it's like double Abductor, double Bunny, and something else. I think Painful Decision. So it's just kind of a nightmare, to be completely honest with you. Not really a ton of plays. So we go Abductor, which is fine. We scale Stealing to get a counter. Fuck Konami policy. We're going to use 1 die. So we go the Abductor in scale, we get the second counter, and then we go Steal and pop Abductor. Oh no, it's normal summon, it's just Pendulum Summon, that's right, no pop, because I need the scales. So Pendulum Summon, double Bunny, that does absolutely nothing. We go Bunny effect, and I think it's going to be a Ash, oh, it's a Gamma. So, yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. I think I just end up leaving my guys up just because, like, there's just no point in Link summoning them off. Don't have another counter to get the access to Magician Souls, which of course would have been nice because it could have at least, you know, got us a minimum of 1 draw, but, you know, so it is what it is, you know. You play these cards at 3 so it can be consistent, so naturally they'll clog sometimes. But in the profile that I'm going to put up on the channel, I actually ended up cutting the Abductor down to 2. Which is, you know, give and take, because you really need Souls access to do anything in this deck. But, you know, METALFOE is just, it's a shadow of its former self, to be completely honest. Electrum would be a helpful card to have. Of course not in this situation, but, you know, I digress. So I think we're just going to pass it off to Alejandro. We're going to set the combo just so we can try to have scales next turn. So he goes Invocation right off the rip, right into a Construct here with a Hedgehog and a Nibiru. He's going to go Construct. And we're going to go Construct Send. there's nothing I can really do about it. I think he sends L because he also doesn't have a ton of plays. He searches the Wendy, and then we're gonna send think on send. I believe it ends up being L Shaddoll Fusion though, because again, like, his hand wasn't the greatest either, but you know, Shaddoll definitely has a better grind than METALFOE's. So normal summon of a Wendy, and then we're just gonna punch over my guys here, make a controller, and set the L to get the window online. So the bunny dies to the what's it called? Window, and then he's gonna slaughter my abductor, which I honestly think was for no damage because it's a special summon monster. So I normaled that one. That's right, that was the whole meme. Yeah, I normaled that one, so he definitely gets in for the damage there. And I think it's just link it to controller, like I said, and then set L so that we can kind of try to lock out with window. Seems good. I think he's holding one in hand still. Yeah, holding one in hand, and then it's my go. So flip the combo, and then we just decide to pop a stealing right away, I think, so that we can get the scale online. At the very least, I'm kind of basically telling him that it's kind of a wrap here. So we set fusion, we get the scale, we get the gold driver, which is unfortunate, but we go here, scale, and then I think it's just straight into the pendulum summon again, because I mean, what else am I supposed to do? So we get the Volt Flame, which is actually the only card that could get me out of this window. But again, the recursion is just so strong for Shaddolls, it just ends up not really mattering too much. So I think I go battle to force his cards, just so he can, you know, he's of course going to do it anyway because he does want to trigger the Wendy. The controller actually proving to be a complete pain in the ass because I can't kill it with the Volt Flame, and I figured he was actually just going to let it sit so that he could spin my guy, but it just makes more sense to get the window and then of course get the recursion going here, so that he can't lose out on card advantage, because I mean, obviously I'm playing off top deck right now, and Scales, which is not very strong, seeing as how Dragon is a card and he can easily turn Scales offline. So he sets the Hedgehog, I go punch over the window for the replay battle, and then I think I just go main 2. He's going to get his L back because Shaddolls. Yeah, I think I go main 2, flip, fusion, and then I just simply, it's rather unfortunate that I have to do it this way, but I end up shuffling back the fusion and the combo to bounce his Hedgehog, just so that he doesn't get the flip for more spell and traps. And at least the Mithrilium can float potentially, but it's just really not going to matter. It's pretty much his game at this point. I'm not sure if he gets access to Alistair at some point, but if he does, it's just over. I don't remember. Yeah, so this is kind of, you know, the unfortunate part about METALFOEs. It just can be inconsistent, but, you know, whatever. So here we go, Alejandro's turn. He's going to think, because he's trying to figure out the best way to play around this stuff. Give me, you know, the ass end of the trade so that he can be up on cards still. There's really no way that he wouldn't be up on cards at this point, though, because obvious reasons. Reasons that I had just stated, actually. So let's see what we got here. It's going to be normal summon Ariel of all things, link into Magistus. I think he was telling me that the fact that the Mithrilium is 26 is just kind of annoying because it's forcing him to go Construct here. Yeah, because it's like the only way that he can get over it. So he's going to trigger all of his guys. He's going to get the, what's it called? Hedgehog and the Construct. Again, just keeping the resource game up in his favor. I think this is where we go for Schism off Construct Send. And I think he added, was that a Wendy, I believe. I'm pretty sure he's going to go Schism Send. Yeah, it's pretty broken. Then I think he just goes punch over Mithrilium for auto kill. And then I'm going to go ahead and float into, I think it's Volt Flame, which again doesn't really matter. It's not good enough. No, we see a Nadir Servant here, which is just kind of absurd, just a little absurd. So we're going to go App Cologne, and then we're going to go App Cologne Effect after we search our Ecclesia. So he's going to search the Ecclesia, he's going to go App Cologne Effect. And I think he goes and gets back his Schism. He got back the Schism. discarded the Wendy to get the Beast again out of his deck. He's going to reveal Ecclesia. He's going to go get Punishment. He's just going to really set himself up to where there's just no way that he can lose. And then I will use Mithrilium. I will get back Bolt Flame, like I said. Punishment is just a card that I cannot beat, unfortunately. Doesn't really matter. Just cannot beat that card. So he's going to set 2 and he's going to pass. So I believe the board is Schism, Punishment, Ecclesia, Unknown, Beast. I draw for turn. My draw is fucking METALFOE Fusion, which is just terrible. It could have been really anything else, but you know, whatever. So we just pedal him out the Abductor. I think I honestly just scoop it up here because there's just no way I can win. It's pretty unfortunate, but that is just the luck of the draw. Yeah, here I am scooping it up, and that's that. That is the game. That is the match. Scraped. Absolutely bodied. This is a very poor display of METALFOEs, but I digress. So I guess I'll just catch you next time, Simps.